Everyone, welcome to the first episode of Understand Your Shit. If you do not know me, hello, my name is Ebony. I'm a human design expert, and I help people live their human design so that they can actually enjoy their lives and not live in hustle and stress and all that other stuff that's just rampant in our society. So, what we're going to be talking about today is my big aha moment and how you can use my insight in order to not have to go through all the crap that I went through, right? So if you see me looking down, it's because I have notes, okay? So we just want to make sure we're staying on track because I have a tendency to ramble. The problem is that we live in a society where people have told us that there is one way to be right. There is one way to be successful. There's this box that you have to fit into in order to be successful and get the things that you want in life. And human design teaches us that that is bullshit. There is not just one way to be right. There's not just one way to be successful. And most of us actually don't fit into that box that society tells us is that one way where we're supposed to make it, or we're supposed to be successful. So it's really all about figuring out what is your way. How are you meant to make an impact on this world? And how are you meant to find success? How are you meant to really live in alignment in a society that's not really geared for you to be in alignment, right? So what I want you to keep in mind, the questions that I want you to keep in mind as you're listening to me is, number one, where am I trying to make my actions determine my self-worth, right? Number two, where do I feel like I need to work harder in order to be good enough? And number three, where do I feel pressured to work harder or faster? These are the things that I was asking myself not too long ago, actually, especially when I was trying to get my business up and running. And when I found human design and I really looked into how I am meant to operate as a manifesting generator, I started to realize that the answers to these questions, I wasn't going to find somewhere outside of me. Like, no one else has the answers to me being successful. That's something that only I have. But that's not what society wants you to think, right? It's all about logic. It's all about making the right decisions based on logic, based on what other people think is right for you. And that just doesn't make sense. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this episode. So a little bit of a story time. I got certified to be a life coach in 2020. But up until then, I started creating businesses, like doing blogs and YouTube channels, since 2012. So from 2012 to now, I've been in the online space trying to make my business work, trying to gain control of my freedom, trying to make a living for myself so I don't have to go and work for somebody else, because that's just not something that is exciting for me in the slightest. And it just wasn't working. I was using everyone else's strategies. I was using everyone else's modalities to try and get there, the email list, the funnels, the Facebook ads, Pinterest, everything in the book to try and make my business work. And it got really frustrating because nothing was working for me. Everything that I tried just kind of fell flat. And I couldn't understand why. Even when I got certified as a coach, I still struggled to get clients. I still struggled to get people to listen to me. I still struggled to sell my coaching and to sell my packages, and I couldn't understand why. And when I found human design, it all kind of clicked for me. So my first tip is understand what you are here to do. Understand what your purpose really is, and that will push you in the way where you need to go to actually be successful. And I'm a manifesting generator, right? So if you go to someone who knows what they're talking about and you say, I'm a manifesting generator, what does that mean? They'll be like, oh, you have, lots of hobbies. You're meant to experience lots of things. You're meant to have lots of different interests. You have a lot of energy. Yes, and that's all true. But at the core of being a manifesting generator, my job, what I am here to do, is show people how limitless they actually are. Because society likes to put us in these boxes, right? They like to tell us that this is how we have to do things in order to be successful. It's a lie. And me being a manifesting generator, my job is to show people what they are actually capable of. My job is to be limitless, to follow all the things that interest me and connect all of these things in a way where it not only excites me, but it also shows the people around me what they are capable of doing. And once I understood that, once I really stepped into, hold on, I'm not here to do things the right way. I am not here to do things that make sense to other people. I'm here to show you all what is possible when you live in alignment, when you live as the person you are actually meant to be. And that starts with understanding your energy type, your human design energy type, but it also starts with understanding why you are here, what you are here to do, because we are all here to do something different. And it's not just confined to, oh, you have a lot of hobbies, or, oh, you have a lot of interests. It's so much more than that. And human design really taught me that very, very early on. And I think it's something that a lot of people are missing. Even a lot of readers are missing. So that's my first tip, is to understand your energy type and understand what it is that you are here to do, right? So that's tip number 1. Number 2 kind of feeds off of it, because as a kid, even as a young adult and as an actual adult, I've had a lot of people tell me what is and isn't possible for me, what I can and can't do, what will and will not work, all of these things. And what? No. Shoot, that just threw me off. Oh, and I have a lot of entrepreneurs in my family. So when I would come out and say, oh, I want to do this thing, they would then launch into this whole spiel about what I should be doing, what's the right way, all of these different things. I'm just like, whoa, like, thank you for your input, but also I'm good. Like, I'm going to do this in the way that feels good for me, because that's what's worked for me. Whenever I've tried to use someone else's strategy or someone else's plan, it has never, ever, 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 ever worked out. And I vividly remember being at the gym with my friend and telling him all of these things that I wanted to do, and telling him all of these things about my business and how I wanted to help people and what I wanted my business to look like. And he straight up said to me, you know, that's not realistic, right? Like, you know you're living in a fantasy world, and that's not actually how the world works. Actually, such and such percentage of businesses actually fail, and most online business owners never actually make enough of a profit to, sustain themselves or whatever, and all these things. And I'm just like, first of all, did I ask you for that? Like, did I ask you to run off all of these statistics about how many people fail and how wrong you think my business is, or how unrealistic you think my business is or my dream is? Because that's really what he was saying. And it obviously rubbed me the wrong way, because why is it that if something is unrealistic, that automatically means that it's not going to work? That's ridiculous, because you don't know that. So here's my second tip. My second tip is to understand your authority. Who is it, or what is it that you are actually supposed to be listening to? Because the fact of the matter is, most of us in the world right now are not meant to be making logical decisions. We're not meant to be listening to someone that is outside of us. There is a very small percentage of people, 2% of 20% of the entire world's population, are actually meant to make logical decisions. The rest of us, our authority has something to do with us. The answers are here. Like, we're not meant to be going out and looking for the answers, especially if you are a generator or a manifesting generator. You're not meant to be going out and looking to someone else to tell you what you're supposed to be doing, because your authority is within you. So what the hell are you going out and asking someone, why? So when I really understood that I'm a generator, I'm a manifesting generator, and my authority is to respond to what is exciting to me, when I finally understood that, it was like, okay, well, what the fuck am I listening to you for? Like, why am I stressing myself out trying to follow your plan and trying to follow your guidelines, when my real roadmap to success lies within my own gut, within my own understanding of what is exciting for me? What am I most lit up by, right? So that's my second tip. The first one was understanding your energy type, understanding why you are here. What is your actual purpose? Because I can promise you, like me being a manifesting generator, it's not just, oh, you have a lot of hobbies. Oh, you're interested in a lot of things. That's cool. Like, no. Why are you here? You are here to be limitless. If you are a manifesting generator, you are here to be limitless. That is why you are here. Number 2, understanding your authority. Who are you supposed to be listening to? Because I can guarantee you it's not Susie from down the street. I can guarantee you it's not your mama. I can guarantee you it's not your best friend from high school who's still working at the Dairy Queen. I can guarantee you it's not them. What is your authority? Who are you supposed to be listening to? 9 times out of 10, unless you're a mental projector, it's yourself. It's your gut, right? How many of us are actually doing that? How many of us are tuning into what we want and making decisions based on that? Because I can tell you right now, 6 months ago, not me. Right? Because no one encourages us to do that. We're supposed to make logical decisions. We're supposed to, no. So that's my second tip. And it's a really interesting point, especially me being a manifesting generator, because with generators and MGs, we have the simplest design to live on paper. On paper, simplest thing in the world. All we got to do is respond, right? That makes sense. One of the hardest things to do in practice, in real life, being a generator or a manifesting generator is hard as shit. It's hard as fuck because no one has taught us to do this. No one has taught us what our gut feels like. No one has taught us what it feels like to actually follow instinctively what feels right for you. So we don't fucking know, right? So we're out here hustling, trying to make shit work, and it's not, and we're getting frustrated. It's very frustrating to put everything into something and it just not fucking work. Like, that shit bothers me so much. And the reason that I'm going so hard into this is because I'm reopening my 6-week program, my generator experience program. And running this program made me realize how important it is to really understand how to live your design, how to be in alignment with who you actually are as a generator or an MG. So if you're feeling like this, like if you understand what I'm saying and you're feeling like this, the generator experience might be for you. We'll talk about that a little bit more later because I have one more tip. I have one more tip. So at this point in the story, I'm frustrated, right? Because this person has just told me that my business is unrealistic and it's never going to fucking work. And I'm never going to be able to live the life that I want because it's unrealistic. And it took the point of me being so frustrated and so upset at the world, at myself, at my business for not working that I was just like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I hit rock bottom at this point. So I'm either going to go up or there's nothing left for me, right? So I made the decision that for the next 2 weeks, I was just going to give in to my design. I'm just going to give in to whatever my authority, whatever feels right for me in the moment. I'm just going to fucking give into it. I don't care if it doesn't make sense. I don't care if it's completely crazy. I'm just going to do it. For 2 weeks, that's just what I'm going to do. And I started asking myself, what feels good for me to do right now? And I was listening and I was listening and I was listening, and I got this idea in my head. Call off work tomorrow. And I was like, call off work tomorrow? Wait a minute now. It's almost first of the month. My bills are due. I can't call off work. How am I going to make money? If I don't make any money, then I can't pay my bills. If I don't pay my bills, I'm going to be homeless. If I'm homeless, I can't, all these things. And I was just like, okay, wait. Calm down. I made this promise to myself. I said I was going to do this. So I called off work the next day. I did not go to work. And I spent the entire day just doing what felt good to me. Just creating what I wanted to create, sleeping when I wanted to sleep, eating when I wanted to eat, just doing what felt good, right? Checked in with my authority. What else do I need to do? Call off of work again tomorrow. Okay, wait. Now, wait a minute. Call off again? I don't know. And the fear started to creep up again. I was like, you know what? No, I made a promise to myself. So I called off of work again. Literally, I didn't work at all for 2 weeks. Every single day. I didn't want to go. And after about 3 or 4 days of not working, I got this idea about a program that I wanted to run. I was like, oh, this is weird. This is really random. No one's going to buy this. No one is going to buy this. Like, I was really excited about it. I was like, oh, this is lit. Like, it could help so many people, but no one's going to buy this. And again, I tuned into my authority. What is right for me to do? Launch it in this way. We're not going to do a big launch. We're not going to do all of this. We're just going literally make a video about it, talk about it, say what it is, post it, see what happens. Okay, cool. I did that. Literally in those 2 weeks that I wasn't working, I doubled what I would have made had I actually gone into work for those 2 weeks. Fucking what? Like, what? And it didn't make any sense to me, because society tells us you need to work to make money. You need to go to work and you need to do the things and then you get paid for it. And here I was, being completely lazy, being a bum for 2 weeks, working when I wanted to work, being creative when I wanted to be creative, and doing absolutely nothing else. And I had doubled what I would have made at my day job. It's not magic. It's not fucking magic. There is literally a roadmap, a blueprint for how we are meant to move in this world, for how we are meant to be successful in this world, how we are meant to be aligned in this world, and we are completely ignoring it. We are throwing it away for everyone else's dreams, everyone else's ideas of how the world works, and because we're scared, we are terrified of making the wrong decision. We are terrified of being the failure or being the person who isn't successful, or, going to the family reunion and have everyone talking about you because, oh, you're the cousin who has the business, who talks about spirituality and human design, and nobody gets it. You're the black sheep. I'm sorry? So fucking what? So fucking what? But you need to understand what this is, what this fear is, what this conditioning is. It's not pushing you forward. It is keeping you stuck. So my third and final point for this video is to understand your strategy. Understand how you are meant to move. How are you meant to move in this world? Because it's not always going to be the same as the person next to you. But that's what we force ourselves to do. That's what we force ourselves to be. We force ourselves to be like the people next to us because we think that is what's going to bring us success. Because we can't just be successful being us. We have to go out and be someone else. We have to go out and follow someone else's dreams and follow someone else's ideas of how things work in order to be successful. And it's wrong. That's not it. That's just not it. So I don't want this video to be too long, but I do want to recap what we've talked about. So number one, my first tip, understand your energy type. And underneath that, understand what you are here to do. Because all the different types are here for a specific reason. You have a specific purpose. That's more than just, oh, you have a lot of energy. Oh, you're interested in a lot of things. Oh, you're meant to help with systems. You're very efficient, right? It's more than that. You are more than that, right? Number two, following your authority. Who are you actually supposed to be listening to? Is it actually something outside of you? Or is it your gut? Is it your intuition? Is it what you actually want? And number three, following your strategy. How are you meant to move? How are you meant to get where you want to go? Because it's not going to be the same as the person next to you. Even if you're the same type, it could be different. Because that's what we are. And putting us into a box and telling us that this is the only way for you to be is bullshit. And it's wrong. And it needs to stop. So that's that. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about why your business is stuck in second gear. And also, before I hop off, I want to let you know that the Generator Experience, which is my 6-week course, to helping you embody your type, embody and live your human design type, if you are a generator or a manifesting generator, is open for enrollment. This is a 6-week course, and I've run it once before and it was fantastic. And I have now expanded it because it was a 7-day course and now it is a 6-week course. So if you're interested in that, the link is in my bio. Go ahead and fill out the form, and I will see you guys in my next video. Oh, wait. Wait. Oh, I'm an MG2. Yes, everything you said. Yes! Worship the dirt. Yeah. Yes. Being a manifesting generator is an interesting animal, I will say. There's manifesting generators are 33% of the population, and then generators are the other 30% of the population. So there's a lot of us out here, and I'm quite sure that the majority of us are not living in alignment, which is really not great. It's not great. But thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in my next video.